Hey everyone, it's Ashley Barker again from the band Over the Effect, and we're putting another installment in our video series of how to play some of our songs. And so today I'm going to teach you how to play Leaving for Anywhere on guitar. And as I mentioned in the last video, nowadays we actually do play in a drop tuning. We play down to D, we play a full step down. And so it's going to sound a little different than the music you hear recorded online. And just in case you know, just want to make sure that way if it sounds funny, that's the reason why. But I'm going to continue explaining it as if you were playing in a normal regular tuning. That way if you want to play along with stuff online, you still can. All right, first off, we tune this down to what would normally be drop D. In my case, it's technically drop C, but we tune this down to drop tuning, just so you know. So, you know, just to kind of give it sort of that heavier sounds. Kind of change some of the chords up. The first verse, I don't know what the name of the chord is. I tried to look it up, couldn't figure it out. If you know it, please tell me. But I just want to let you know that we play the first note open, the E string open, and then on the A string, we have our first string on the second fret, leave the D string open, and then G string, I'm going to go the 5th fret, and then on the B string, I'm going to go to the 4th fret and then leave that last string open, of course, still with the capo. So it's going to sound a little bit like this, just so you know, kind of see that, so you can see what I'm playing here. So I just sort of play that bottom note from time to time. I don't play it all the time, because if you play it too much, it sort of sounds funny. But give it a little bass note. And then I play this little chord here, which would in normal tuning would be sort of a G suspended 4th. So 3rd fret E string, 3rd fret A string, 5th fret on the D string, 5th fret G string, and then I don't really play the top 2 notes, just so you know. So it's kind of sound like this. And then what I do is sort of this little sort of hammer on and off thing with my pinky to kind of give it a little extra note on top. So I go, and then I pull off, kind of hammer off. So it sounds like that. All right, and then I go back into the original chord I played the first one. So you kind of know, so that's the verse, the main verse. In fact, that's pretty much one of the main things throughout most of the song, including the bridge that we'll get to in just a minute. All right, then I get to the the chorus. Once I get to the chorus, we're playing sort of, technically it's a D flat 2nd. So yeah, it looks like this. 4th fret, I don't play the E string. 4th fret on the A string, 3rd on the D string, leave the G string open, and then get my little pinky here on the 4th fret on the B string, and then leave the E string open. So just so you know, I'm playing that. All right, and then for the other chord, I kind of don't really know what this chord is either. But just so you know, it is 2nd, don't play the E string, 2nd fret on the A string, leave the next 2 strings open, D and G, leave those open, and then 1st finger on the B string, and then leave the E string open. So just so you know, this is kind of what I'm playing here. Right, just holding those 2 down, and then I'm just kind of holding it down and letting it go. And so I do that twice, and then I put my pinky on this 4th fret for the E string, which is technically C minor add 6, I think, or something like that. So I'm going. So I'm technically kind of only holding down 1 note, just so you know. So it sounds like a little bit like this. Alright, so all together, and I'm kind of I'm sort of stopping it with my right hand here to give it some of that choppy start and stop sound that we've sort of become notorious with. So it kind of sounds like this as we're playing the actual chorus. And I just sort of open it up for the whole chorus as it gets going for the second half. See, I even messed up a little just now myself, so that happens. Okay, and then I get back into the verse, which is just the same thing we played the first time. And that's pretty much it for the verses and the chorus. Then when I get to the softer parts right before the heavier bridge, it's the same thing. I'm just strumming it and leaving it open. So it's kind of the same two chords over and over. And then when I get to the wah part, the heavy wah part, same thing. I'm just plucking these notes and sort of opening up my wah pedal. But it's pretty much the same thing as the verse I was playing already. All right, and it does that a couple times, as you'll hear on the album. And then it goes into sort of this climb up and down heavy bar chord action, which I play open, which would be sort of a, I guess you would see it as a E flat chord normally. In my case, it'd be a D flat chord. So, and then I just climb up, open, third, fifth, 10th, 6th, and that's all I do. Little old-fashioned early 90s cheating with the bar chords. Yeah, no shame in it. And then it just goes back into the chorus again. And then I end with that little riff I just showed you. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So, like this video if you don't mind. Maybe at least share some of the music online. We're trying to get some more of the online following. For those who've been dedicated fans over the years, thank you. We're trying to make some stuff happen soon. The more love you can show us online and share us, and at least tell somebody that you've heard of us, the more we can make that happen. So, appreciate it, and you'll hear from me soon.